They negotiate with the president.
Maybe
they say
that feeling that he will not have his way.
No,
but if you are in the front,
you see the problem
and
I have
behind you,
see the problem
and you are talking,
I have with you now.
You are talking,
the problem I have with you is that you've not done something. You have concluded you will not have your way. Why not do something as decent? I told you about somebody here, Ferdinand Alababa. I told you about Osirokuna. I told you about Chief Sergeant Ausu and other people. You had the people, but you know why he can't go? Why he can't go? He has messed up himself.
Yeah.
He will run to.
So reconciliation with these people too will be with your support. Reconciliation with these people too will be with your support.
As Trump appears to be, he still goes to negotiate with the Congress. He will sit down with them. So listen, the way people are going is not the way I'm thinking. It's not about you. Come on, Congress. I'm coming now. Who does that? For Christ's sake, who does that? Why do you encourage that? The man must be taught that art of governance is not about commissioning projects. Governance is not only about commissioning projects. Governance is not only about initiating projects. Governance is also the capacity to relate, to meander.
What's the roadmap to peace in Rivers State?
You are one of those who have arisen one of the problem makers as far as Rivers State is concerned. Problem. Let me tell you what is the roadmap. I've told you about politics. I told you I go and see my chairman of committees. I've not presented our 2025 budget. Mr. President has not laid it to them. Now, I cannot, even when we finish the ESCO of the FCT, I will still go back to the chairman. As a chairman, look, Mr. President is likely to bring the budget next week. I will not, because I'm working with President, I won't talk to them. Who does that? And that's why I say it is not only going to commission projects governance. You must learn how to relate with people. Yes. They are not my children. They are elected people.
Yes.
Legislature is the background of democracy anywhere in the world.
And Your Excellency talking about
now, they fixed August. And what's your best model for credible government election?
That's why when you try for illegality, you pay. Now let me tell you, you know why it will not stand? It will not stand.
Again.
How would it stand? That chairman, that enabling, that man, all is interested had to be looting. Did he read the judgment first? Did the enabler read the judgment? Retired judge who claims this, I know him very well. I appointed him as chairman. These are people who don't have character.
But you don't describe him as a very corrupt person.
Until somebody goes to power.
He was not corrupt when you appointed him.
No, how would I know? It is now you know.
So
let me tell you. With all due respect to you. Yes, you can blame me. I take responsibility. I own responsibility. Some of the things we do while in office is when you leave office, you start regretting. I can tell you that. It's not everything you know. You may think, let me tell you, as I sit here, so many things happen. In fact, my son sent me something from UK about land something. I never knew that something was going on. But my name was used. Right? So when I came, I said, what? I have to call security. And they got the person. You may think because I'm there, it's everything I know. It's not correct. And let nobody claim that. But I can tell you, with what I know now, I made a lot of mistakes while as governor. I own up that. And that's what they call a leadership. When you make mistake, it's unfortunate, I can't correct them now. Because I can't go back there as a governor. But it is helping me as FCT minister. Based on those mistakes I made. I've now seen so many as I know this can't happen again. Can't happen 2 times.
Does it include the PDP?
Now, so when you talk about the local government will not stand. The notice dead on arrival.
Do you still want to bring your people back?
I said, now this again, Banju, Supreme Court, in their judgment of local government election, then the autonomy of local government, Supreme Court said that the assembly has powers to even extend their tenure in order not to allow a vacuum. Instead of you to allow non-elected or caretaker, the assembly has power to extend the tenure until when election is conducted. Supreme Court judgment is very clear. It's not me. I was not part of it. But that is the Supreme Court. I don't know what I want them. I'm talking about what is the law. What does the law say? So, it's not about me. Let us do what the law says.
Okay, talking about the law, I'm talking about a part of peace. You were the one who was on the podium showing the people of Rivers State a certain Sim Fubara about 2 years ago for them to vote for him. Those Rivers State indigenous are the ones who will not get paid in these few months where there is this face-off. The path to peace that we're talking about is not necessarily for the two main protagonists. The grass that suffers while these elephants are fighting are the people we are talking about. Are you thinking about them in all this?
That is why Assembly said, for the interest of the state, we don't want our state not to receive their money.
You haven't answered the question.
No, I'm coming. No, you cannot tell me when I've answered the question. You're not the one who asked the question. So you cannot, the question you didn't say. You can't say that. So we do that word. We do it. The point I'm making is that Assembly said, for the interest of the state, for our state to receive our money from the Federation account, come and bring this budget now. For the interest of the state, what else do you want people to do? For the interest of the state, the letter, I read it. I saw it on it was advertised. And when Assembly submitted that letter, they took it, read it, called them, they said no, they should return the letter. The governor does not receive communication from the Assembly. Now you are writing letter. The Assembly you don't receive letter from. You want them to receive letter from me. I mean, look at who is looking for peace?
He was trying to say that as a leader, are you not dampening the prospects of peace by not intervening?
I've intervened. That is why I'm telling you that the right thing should be done. Because I said that should I go and say the wrong thing should be done?
Why not call a meeting of all the
Exactly.
Why not call a meeting of all the stakeholders?
Governor OTD, former governor OTD, people like you to come together in a round table and solve this problem.
Obviously, cannot call anybody to meeting now.
Okay.
It's not
Why don't you call
it's
those you see
involved.
as critical stakeholders around you and around Sim and agree to a
The
roadmap?
military judgment was given.
Yes.
Our leader, Chief Senator Alabama, called the Assembly people. Say, listen, we thank God what has happened. Understand that this is not personal. It has to do for the interest of the state. Take step to show that you want to really bring peace. Did it take them 48 hours? Ordinarily, with the first relationship, they don't need to write him. With the first relationship, they don't need to tell him that we're going to arrest. They would have just gone. But they said, look, for the interest, we are ready to do it and leave now. What peace effort do people want until they kneel down and crawl to government house and to tell you how bad it is? If you don't want to be a politician, say you don't want to be a politician. I've not seen you for years. I've never discussed anything with you for years. The next thing you do to write me a letter to come to your office. Haba.
There's still one case at the Supreme Court, Excellency.
Which case?
The issue of the defection and all of that.
Don't stop carrying this your rumors. There's no more case. Let me tell you, and people should hear this and hear it well.
Okay.
The issue of defection has been settled by Supreme Court. And I'll tell you how it happened.
It was touched.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
So most of you don't read. You don't read.
We read every day.
That's you don't read.
Stories that come
You don't read. Hold on, we do that. People don't read.
Excuse me?
I give it to you. You don't read.
Tell us your perspective.
It's not about reading novels. No.
No, we don't just read.
No. Let me tell you. You don't read. How many? I challenge any of you who have read the judgment.
I have.
Hold on down.
I just supported
Hold on. You read accumulated judgment.
I read all the judgment.
Hold on. Did you read the judgment of Ihe Mewosu?
I said I read all the
What did she say? Now let me tell you how the thing came about, so some of you would learn. At the Federal High Court, before Justice Abdul Malik, who said, no, you cannot be taking money from Federation without a budget. Therefore, stopping Central Bank and Accountant General. They went on appeal at the Court of Appeal here. Court of Appeal, now, that was a dissenting judgment by Justice Banjoko. That was the judgment by Justice Barker and Obiora. Obiora and Justice Barker agreed that the Federal High Court had no jurisdiction on the issue of jurisdiction. Obiora and Barker said, Justice Banjoko said no, the Federal High Court had the jurisdiction and dissented. Now on the merit, Barker agreed with Justice Banjoko that the Court of Appeal was right that they have held the position that 3-4 people cannot constitute an assembly to make law, not only to talk about appropriation. Now, we now appeal on the issue of jurisdiction solely to the Supreme Court. Now, listen to what I'm saying. They now cross-appealed. On the merit that the Court of Appeal said that these people are the Mamad Namehule is the right leadership with the 26 members. They now cross-appeal. So people should hear the truth. It was on that cross-appeal, the Court of Appeal said, no, the Supreme Court said, no, you are wrong. You can't say so. There was no defection. There could have been defection. Who wrote that? Justice Iheme Wosu, who is the in-law to Justice Odley. I hope you know that. Justice Iheme Wosu's son married Justice Odley's daughter. But she wrote that 12 pages judgment about the defection. She defined what's called defection. Defined defection constitutionally. Defined defection politically. Defection cannot be hanging. Defection cannot be inconclusive. That there is a presiding officer. By the time you are defecting, the presiding officer that will declare the seat vacant. Until that is done, you can go through a defection.
So we see that we read.
No, hold on, Lalai. Sorry, I use one language, Lalai. I'm sorry, but it's good for the public to understand.
Yes.
Because there are some people who don't understand it's a lie, but they understand a lie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the point I'm making is that Supreme Court came out boldly and made a statement that no defection, that somebody was waving flag, had that not constitute defection in law. That in fact is even worse. Assuming the presiding officer is in a different party, and these people are defecting to his own party, he may not hit the gavel. Until he hits the gavel, then can you say that's a defection? They declare it's different. You cannot say they are defected with your own man. That somebody said, I'm not the president of America, has now made it to the president of America. Nobody does that. So the issue of defection was thoroughly dealt with. If you read Justice Iheme Wosu's own distance. So I'm just trying to bring this clearer. They're all telling lies. Lies. And that's what they will tell you, who still has the matter at the federal court. What to matter?
Honorable Minister, we need to bring to a close this issue of rivers, because there are still issues about the polity generally that we also need to talk about. Just your final word on the issue of rivers. Will you be interested in winning both the peace and the battles, having won the war now in rivers? As a leader,
okay, what's called battle and war? Battle is war now.
The battle,
everyone is there winning the battle and war.
The battle are things like we are talking about now, like the governor still going to the House of Assembly when he doesn't have their nod to come and sit there and all of that. Those are the little battles.
That's what I'm trying to say.
How do we end all of that?
Why not? I don't know why you are still going back. I said we have started the issue of peace. Assembly, make sure that you take the budget, and they took steps. How do you make peace? If we don't want peace, we would have told the assembly people, go, don't come back, stay away for 6 months. But that was to tell you after that. It's only for you to reciprocate.
Can you do more?
I don't know what you want to take my blood, which I'm not ready to give.
No, Excellency.
I'm not ready to see. I'm serving here. I cannot just every time I'm thinking of you ask me what happened in the Gishiri or whatever yesterday. Gishiri. Look at the effort, and again you want me. I'm human.
But you have to support Mr. President's vision, and ahead of 2027, the idea is to get Rivers State for the president.
Don't even you tell me I have to support. Who is the one? Who is the brother of who? I'm the one. I am the one that will champion Mr. President. I'm also doing it. You don't preach that one to me. Everybody knows me in this country.
Will you sanction the impeachment of Sim Fubara?
Sanction.
Yes.
If assembly thinks that he committed infraction, and he knows he committed, you find peace. It's not by gara. It's not by threatening.
All right.
Gloria,
see, let me tell you, if an armed robber knows he committed armed robbery, what you do when you go to court, my Lord, I did this, forgive me, give me a second opportunity. The judge will look at you. It's okay, Guy has done it. Instead of killing him, that I give him 2 years imprisonment. 3 years. You understand me? No, but when you sit with people trying to tell you, let me tell you how arrogant. Let me tell you this. The governor was misled. 3 weeks to Supreme Court judgment. You know what he did? In my own family, my community, the governor came and removed my chief. My chief, yes. I made another person in my own family. In my own family. So, now, that is the point I'm making, because he was giving the hope that he will win the Supreme Court. So nothing. Now you tell me, we have played politics to the level you penetrate to somebody's family, to dabble into internal affairs of the family. Now, you know, sometimes when people talk about this peace, you don't take everything to consideration. You just sit outside, you talk. Look at me, former governor, Minister of FCT. Governor has the timidity, the audacity, because they have money from Federation account, because they have money from IGR, would enter my own family to remove a chief and make another person chief. Come on. What is anybody talking? What is anybody talking? And you are telling me if I'm ready for peace. Who is talking this problem now? Who is talking the point? You look at me. Me of all places, so. Who are you? I'm not talking about local government too. I'm not my own family. You look at me. Simply because judicial merchants have told you will win. They've collected your money. And that's why I pity judges and justices. I pity them. People collect money and they play this game. How do they play the game? They play this game. If you win, they say the judges collected money. Meanwhile, no kobo was given. I pity them. Yeah, I mean, I know what I know. Now, if they don't win, they go back and say, well, it will be difficult for us to go and collect the money back, because let people not know that we pay the bribe. So whichever way, they suffer. And then what happened to him? And that's why he said yesterday, instead of him to blame himself, he said the parties. No.
All right. Honorable Minister, let's leave Rivers now.
Come back to your immediate
to PDP politics.
So you are currently overseeing the construction of 3 very impressive bus terminals. We have Kubo, we have Central Business District, and then we have Mabushi. And of course, we can see the strong commitment this is eliciting, and all that. But what are your plans, in a broader view of public transportation? What are you doing to implement a new public transport policy?
I don't know why I will go back to that, but one of the reasons why we are doing bus terminal is to have a new strategy for public transportation, and that we are not going to allow all this stop and pick.
Yes.
Stop and pick. We will not allow that again. And that's what has led to this one chance. So that if you are going to get a vehicle that will convey you to your destination, you know that I'm going to park. And the vehicles are registered. The drivers are known, are profiled. In that case, we'll be able to solve the problem of one chance or insecurity in the city. So we're going to partner with some private persons who are committed to public transportation. Mind you, government cannot be and has never been a good business person. If you allow government, then everything will collapse. All we are doing is to provide infrastructure that will enable the private sector participate effectively, and we giving them, making the environment to be easy for them to operate. So that's what we're doing. And let me also tell you something. You remember, we try to empower the youth by giving them vehicles, You see, I tell people, all these theories, empower the youth, empower youth. Nobody has asked, are the youth willing to work? Are the youth willing? It's not about government bringing a policy to help you. Do you know what surprised me? Even ladies were included. I go to overseas, I see ladies being taxi drivers, conveying you to where you are going to. In Nigeria, it's a taboo that you are driving your vehicle to earn a living. Hey, they will sell me a taxi driver. They will sell me a bus driver. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
No, it's not a taboo.
No, I'm telling you, when I mean it's a taboo, is that we see it so. I'm not saying it's, I think it's only in Nigeria. I go overseas, I come out, I see some Nigerians There was you. Very good. I carry you. That taxi driver there. Come home. I know. I don't want to be taxi. Now that's why I say, as if it is a.
Have you encouraged them?
Just listen to what I'm saying. When you bought vehicles, have you seen any of those vehicles along the road? They've sold them.
How many, sir?
It doesn't matter.
No, it matters.
No, it doesn't matter. It can be two. It doesn't matter. It's the intention. What you are saying is that we're trying to empower you to own a business. And you are sabotaging it. Even if it is 200, it's 100, it's 50. Is that why it should be done so? Even if it is one. And we'll sit back, we'll talk about youth. You know, it pains me. You want to maybe be a billionaire overnight. You don't want to work for it. You don't want to work for it. An opportunity has been created for you. The next thing you did, I laughed. I called the meeting. I called the security. You provide them, and we have their listen back. Now, the issue is, should I go and arrest them? Another problem. Should I charge them to court? Another problem. So, it is not easy. We got to talk theory. Nobody wants to face empirical, practical things. What are our problems? It's not about the president, it's not about government, not trying to help the youth. How many people, when I was chairman of a local government, I tried to create, I said, what do you want to do? We want to sell everything for you, businesses, entrepreneurs. I sent them for training. I brought them on people say, look, I want to be a dealer smith. They said, I want to be a dealer on this. We provided the funds. As I speak to you that day, after 2 weeks.
We want to appreciate the scope of intervention you made.
No, you should not. You see, the problem we have, you're only talking about quantity. That's the problem we're having. Start with one. What is the result of the one you have done? It's not about a quantity, the largeness. No. That's not the spirit behind it. The spirit behind it is that what are your efforts to making sure that this is done? And I said, I have done this yesterday. Do you know the result of it today? See what is the result. We must have people who are committed and disciplined. There's this psychology. We must tell our people, our youth, money is good to be made. We cannot make money overnight. You start with something. Do you know? I have somebody whom I said, look, you have to start to work. He said, well, the salary. I said, do you know how much social salary? Well, I make sure that you'll be earning 400,000. He said 400,000 for what? Look at the mentality. Look at the mentality. It must start with millions. And if we don't solve that problem, that sack problem, it is going to continue to haunt us. So it's not about you coming, what have you done for the youth?
Our time is almost fast spent.
Okay.
And we will be happy with ourselves if we don't touch on PDP national issues. The PDP Zonal Congress took place not too long ago. That's the South-South Zonal Congress in Calabar. And the conference itself and the outcome have been receiving a lot of knocks from some members of the PDP, members of the NWC, for instance, condemned it. Some governors from the South-South who ought to have been part of that meeting but were not there have also come out to condemn it as well. So where does that leave your party?
I'm trying to avoid this, but now you brought it up. This is the set of governors that want PDP to die. This crop of governors, their interest is to keep PDP. I was a governor. As at that time, I saw the opposition party, the ruling, yes, opposition party. No, the ruling party then, that's the under Buhari, came out fighting PDP. Using our Modi Sharif fighting to keep PDP. I'm proud to say, I am proud, very, very proud. I stood my ground. I said, no, it won't work. PDP must survive. I never went to the Vida. Never. Never. In fact, I stopped going to NEC and security council meeting because I was afraid of my life. I stood and I said, PDP will not die. Forget about these people, you know, you say one thing here, in the night you say a different thing. I never hit my intention. Where I'm going to. If I could not then, is it now? I'm sorry. Now you talk about zonal congress. Arrogance. unnecessary arrogance. They say they are a zonal governor. Rubbish. Rubbish. You must be governor with character. You can say whatever you want to say. I have never played two roles. I have never. And I will not. When the issue of PDP presidential thing, ask the president. I never. Ask him whether he gave me 1 naira. It's alive. What I demanded, what condition, I never did. I said, my belief is that the president should go to the south. My belief, who is likely to win for the south, it is you. I'm not saying he's a righteous person. I'm not saying, but as a politician, I should be able to say who has the tendency, who is likely to win, not on sentiment. Not on sentiment. You don't need to like him. But does he possess what it takes to win an election? Yes.
This was after you lost out.
Do I want him to win? Yes. Now, I play the game openly. I never hear it. You have governors today. Their leg is here. Their leg is here. What kind of characters are that?
They are also accusing you of the same thing.
Hold on. No, they can't say that. You shouldn't even say that.
They are also accusing you of the same thing.
No, hold on. They can't. They don't have what it takes. No governor can look at my face and say that. Not one.
They say you are in
my friend, hold on. I was in PDP. I said they won't win for presidency. And they didn't win. But I said they will win in House of Assembly. They win National Assembly. How do you want a man to tell you something? So what is accusing me? Why not tell people this is where you stand? If God has made you governor, what are you afraid of? Governor. You are afraid. Today you talk here. In the 1970s. Now look at my zonal congress. I was a governor. That's why I say governance is not about commissioning projects. We call meeting, we call senators, we call National Assembly members, we call chairmen, zonal committee, come. We manipulate it to our own way to suit what we are saying. But meeting has been called. And everybody has agreed. That's the capacity. Not everybody can commission projects. But everybody cannot have this capacity to meander, to bring people together. You had a zonal working committee. You didn't call them for a meeting. What does the Constitutional Party say? The National Vice Chairman of the zone is the one that presides over the zonal meeting. Now call. Because you're a governor. Because you have allocation. So you think money is everything. You go in your house. You call a meeting. You don't call the zonal committee. Zonal meeting. You don't call anybody. You stay in your house and you shout position. And you say, oh, Governor did call meeting. Rubbish. Nonsense. Nonsense. Who is that? Who is that? I mean, how do you do that? Something that's why I say you don't have a problem. You create problem for yourself. You have Governor of Delta. You have Governor of Rivers. You have Governor of Bayelsa. You have Governor of Wike. You control your people. Why not call this meeting? I was on this position. Everybody will buy in. But you go there. You won't call anybody. Forget me. I'm nobody. You won't call me as similar. I'm nobody. I agree. This Diddy they are talking now, Governor Diddy. You know, that's why you know when you put people in power. Go and ask the Minister of Petroleum. He brought Governor Diddy to me in Wisconsin, where I was staying. This governor you are talking now, that's why when I look at people, I say character is something you cannot buy.
Former FCT Minister Nasir El-Rufai said it yesterday that APC, like the president was kind of destabilizing other political parties.
Hold on. I don't want to go into that. That's El-Rufai's view.
Are you an agent?
Is entitled. Do I look like someone who will be an agent? Is there anything I do? I don't do publicly. Is there anything? Now, sort of, don't cut me what I said because I know where you're headed. Hanakin Lewobri, the Minister of Petroleum, brought him with David Lyon. This governor, he was kneeling down. I said, no, don't do that. You're a governor, don't do that. Today, you will go and call a meeting, South Zone, in your house. Minister of Justice will not be there. Zonal Committee will not be there. Senators will not be there. National Assembly will not be there. Is there politics is played? Something you can still achieve if you have the tax. Something you can achieve. Now you go and cause problem. Now, look at how they are. The Congress have been here. That's why I say, when you cause problem for yourself, you go and blame other people. Look at stupid. You call them stupid. I say stupid. Yes, they are. What would they do?
You're on national TV.
Wow, what is that?
Excellency, you're on national TV.
When you don't have credibility.
You're on national television, Excellency.
I am the one who invited you here.
Yes.
So I'm not unaware of that. I invited you, so I know.
Just the choice of language, Excellency.
I didn't call your name as NWC. I never called your name. You must understand that when they come to arise, do you say so?
We do.
You don't.
We do.
You don't. We do. Now let me tell you. You wrote a letter to INEC. To INEC. On the 20th. You submitted the letter. On Monday, 20th was Friday. 23rd was the day of the Congress. You wrote a letter to INEC, purported letter. And then you submitted the letter on Monday. After the Congress had taken place. You are not telling INEC, we have postponed Congress that have taken place. That's why I say that was stupidity. Congress of Saturday. You wrote a letter to INEC on 20th. Submitted the letter on Monday. Okay, tell me who's is that not? Tell me.
I need to quickly.
Secondly, you now go. God give her. Go ahead. You now say you're forming caretaker. You are the one killing party. And I've said this severally. Why are you killing our party? Am I the one who said you should go and do this? Do you require an agent that a governor or governors will not know how to play the tact, how to be tactful to achieve the result? Which senator in a meeting where governors are seated, take for example, where governors are seated, I said, look, gentlemen, this is what we have talked about. They will always give you. They will always. But you don't go and say you're a lord. No. If it was not challenging, that's the way people say when I was governor with anybody. If you do things the right way, achieve your result, who will challenge you? But if you don't do it, people will challenge you. And that's what's happening today.
Your Excellency, your party has just 2 years to get itself together for another round of general elections. It seems to me as if the center doesn't seem to be holding at all from both the local and the national.
Yes, see why to not hold now. Instead of them to think of how to be opposition. Every governor, I've never seen it. Let them challenge me. I will tell them one by one the role you are playing. The role you are playing.
Working against the party.
I will tell them one by one. I will tell them one by one.
But that's what Rufai was saying.
No. I said, listen, I don't know the school you went to. Listen very well. So that I don't do with what Rufai said. I said, I will tell them one by one the role they are playing. Not me. I don't need to play that kind of role. For Christ's sake. Look at what's happening today on the National Assembly. The Court of Appeal gave status quo ante-bellum. What is status quo ante-bellum? Before the hostility started, go back to where you are. They went, organized themselves, and said, okay, you know that illegality to the highest order. And I was watching a governor came to my house. I said, you're a lawyer. Is that what you are taught in law school? I can't believe this. Interest. And all these shenanigans they are doing, somebody will fight it. And when you fight it, you become an agent. How will I become an agent? Look, that's why I tell you, people don't have character. How did Bala Mohammed use us? Bala Mohammed was having a problem with Atiku & Co. He was having a problem. He came to me. In fact, that day, I was going to commission the lounge at the airport. When he landed, I said, no, there's no need coming into town. Since I'm coming to the airport. Brother Adoke, the former Attorney General, was there. Bala was white. Unknown to him, I was laughing. So look, Atiku will kill him. If Atiku wins, that we must support Aswaju. I laughed. That's okay. Now, we now organize G5 to go and pay Bala a visit in Bauchi, not knowing that he was using us to settle with Atiku. So when we went there, he was happy. The next day, Tamboa, Sudalamide, all of them led a team to go and see Bala. And Bala abandoned us. Now reconciled. Now, you see, these are the things I say. Look, there are positions you occupy. You must be a man of character. I don't need to go to any malam, any priest, any bishop to pray for me to have character.
But with all this challenge, will you remain in the PDP with all these frustrations? Will you still stay?
What do you mean by remaining?
Because there are talks that yourself and some of your aides, including in the FCT here, about moving to the APC, including my brother, Senator Philip Atuta.
So what is that? What is that? So if I move to, let me tell you, if I move to APC, I will tell you what I'm moving. You see, I don't run away from fight. I don't run away. I'm not going to leave this fight. See, the governors have the money, but they are not doing it well. Are they spending the money on the party? They are not. Look at any good governor. He wants to be leader of the Southeast. I agree with that. But as a leader too, you play the game. You will make sacrifice. Today, in Anambra, no PDP, nobody collected form to run as governor of Anambra. I'm a governor. Look at Enugu State. Look at Anambra. You cannot bring somebody in Anambra to run an election. And you tell me you're a leader of PDP family.
All right, we don't have much.
All they're interested in the zonal congress. Zonal rubbish.
We don't have much time right now. I'd like you to wrap up with this because as we speak at the moment, we know that Governor Fubara has been locked out of the assembly complex and he's just there to present. I know you try to speak to this issue, but let's gain some more clarity from you.
I'm not a member of assembly, but what I was just saying here, if you write a letter to the assembly, won't you wait for a response? That's why I tell you, sincerely, he should give. He played to the gallery. He has carried television people. Now they say, oh, he went to the assembly. You know it's wrong. Can president now stand up and run to the assembly? Who does that?
Is that the best approach to lock him out of the complex?
The residents. He brought the assembly complex down. Assembly now sit in their residence. If they are coming, they have children. They say, governor's coming today. They have a lot of security people. So they have to prepare themselves. You cannot just go and then open the gate and come to present budget. Nonsense. Rubbish.
All right.
Rubbish. Who's doing that? Play to the gallery. Nobody will hear that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Unfortunately, we've run out of time because we have to leave at this particular time. Hoping that before May 29, when those projects will be ready for Mr. President's commissioning, we have an opportunity of hearing the update on each of those projects from you. That's a promise?
Promise of what?
That we will have an opportunity to get an update from you on those projects.
You go, okay, you know about the projects?
Yes.
Oh, of course, you'll be told. But already you know. Except you don't stay here. You know. You can see whether anybody likes it or not, whether you like me, don't like me. And like I said, you don't need to like me. Like the work we are doing. What I've also told people, I don't like this attitude of people like you. I don't like it. Do you like the work I'm doing? Yes. Forget about me.
Okay.
The only person that should like me is my wife.
As she does.
So all these other people, I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing my work. And that's what is supposed to be.
Your supporters.
Thank you so much,
supporters. They vary. I can change today. Fubara was not my supporter.
Thank you so much.
I did not change. So forget about that.
We appreciate your time. We really appreciate this opportunity. We'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much, gentlemen and lady.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, that's how we drop the curtain on today's edition of Media Chat with the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency Yesop Ezewo Wike. Very soon, we'll gather here again, probably to get an update on the ongoing projects which are being, pursued vigorously for the purposes of Mr. President commissioning them on May 29 or before then. Thank you so much for investing your time with us. We'll see you around. My name is Ben Garunema.